Welcome to Always Analog, where we celebrate the beauty of analog technology in the digital world. And today, a pencil review, the Cra-Z-Art number 2 HB pencil. Now, you gotta love the name Cra-Z-Art and Cra-Z-Art. These are what I would call bargain pencils. I will tell you that this package of 8 cost less than 50 cents. And I do believe these are from the Walmart. They make them in larger packages, also ridiculously cheap price. So these pencils were, like I said, you know, you're looking at like about a 6 cents each, a 6 cent pencil. And you get 8, and the package says perfect for home, school, office. Let's get a little closer here. Real wood. Okay. And Cra-Z-Art. So this Cra-Z-Art also makes things like crayons, magic markers, colored pencils. Don't know if they make pens. I don't remember seeing any. New. 8 number 2 HB pencils, easy sharpening. I cut the corner off here. It's a certified non-toxic. On the back, gives us a little bit more information. 8 pencils, a latex-free eraser, made from 100% real wood, perfect for home, school, and office. Smudge-resistant eraser easily removes unwanted pencil marks. Look for other Cra-Z-Art products. So there you go. Glue, crayons, colored pencils, markers. All right. So there's the information. They do have a website. It looks like LaRose Industries, LLC. Out of Randolph, New Jersey. These pencils are made in the Philippines. And Cra-Z-Art, we guarantee our quality. If you're not completely satisfied, please call or visit the website. Does not contain rainforest wood. And there you go, UPC code. So, you know, for whatever, 47, 48 cents, 8 pencils, we do like a bargain, don't we? Of course, it's only a bargain if they're any good. If you don't like to write with them and they're, you know, then, you know, I end up donating pencils I don't like to the school or the library, then it's no bargain because you can't use them. But we'll see. We don't have a big investment here, so we'll take one out and take a closer look at it. So here it is. Very standard fare. You've got a, let's start with the shape. Hexagonal. Fairly kind of standard, narrow graphite core there. It's off center a little bit, perhaps, because I can see the glue line where the 2 slats were glued together, and that line does not necessarily go directly through the core. The paint job is fine. There's a few little runs and flaws, but you know, I've seen, frankly, I've seen worse paint jobs on much more expensive pencils, to be honest. It has Cra-Z-Art 2HB in a blue. I don't know if the camera may not quite pick up the color, but it's sort of a royal blue foil. And then it's got a very classic, standard, chrome-ish, finished, shiny ferrule that's crimped onto the pencil here, and a pink eraser at the top. So let's take this pencil on the road and see how it does. We've got our Cra-Z-Art number 2 here. Let's put it in the sharpener. One of the claims on the package was that it sharpened easy. So let's see about that. It's doing something. See the wood's shaving off here, but well, maybe I'll give it another few turns. Wow. Okay, gang, this is not sharpening very well, and I see I've got a core stuck in the sharpener. So let me keep trying here. So these are the things we learn about some of these pencils. All right, you know what I've got an electric sharpener here. Wow. Okay, it took a while, but we got a point on there, finally. Maybe from this point. So perhaps these manual blade sharpeners might not do very well with this particular pencil. So either a hand rotary sharpener or an electric sharpener perhaps is the way to go. But if you're relying on a blade sharpener, at least with this particular pencil from the package, not so much. All right, let's see what we got. Cra-Z-Art. Okay. Okay, well, you know, the proof's in the pudding, I guess. It has a decent kind of dark tone. It's a little scratchy. Okay. Now my point is wearing down. I may regret this. I'm going back to the blade sharpener to see if I can put a finer point on it. maybe. Okay, well, here's what I'm going to say so far. It doesn't sharpen as nicely as a more expensive pencil. It sharpens, it's serviceable, but it's not great. I had to probably lose half an inch of the pencil at least in the pencil sharpener, the electric pencil sharpener, before I could get a point on it. And of course, you saw what would happen when I tried to sharpen it in the blade sharpener. So that's not great. The graphite has a nice tone. It's a little scratchy. It's not a smooth writing pencil. I certainly wouldn't describe it that way. Let's be reminded that this pencil costs 6 cents. So, here we go. Now, let's put a little of this graphite on our page here. I've been asked why I don't just do this, which I could, but I do these loops. This is actually an exercise to help with your cursive writing, to make this shape. There's a number of different shapes. I have to try to remember to do some other ones. This one just always comes so naturally. But it helps to train the muscles in the hand when you're doing cursive, because this is often, you're making these loops, and so this is what I use. Okay, let's try this. What did the package say? Smudge resistant eraser that easily removes unwanted pencil marks. Okay, well, let's just say this is unwanted here. We're going to remove it. Okay. Well, it's about as good as most attached erasers are. It will remove, not completely. You've probably got a 10% shadow there, but it will take some of the graphite off the page. Not great. As always, we're better off with one of our block erasers here that we always have at the ready. Now here's the Staedtler Mars Plastic. Now I think that's pretty clear that it does a far better job in lifting that graphite. Let's try a Papermate Pink Pearl. Likewise, better. An Art Gum. Is it just me? I love the smell of gum erasers. I always have since I was a kid. A natural rubber. This graphite actually does lift off fairly well from a variety of different styles of erasers. Here's a Milan, which is a synthetic rubber. What else? Let's try Mr. Pen here. Yeah. Nice. So, again, I don't like this, but in terms of just erasability, I'll give it a B. B plus. Now here's something else I want to try that I forgot there. I usually do this before I erase. And that is to do the old smudge. Look at that. Okay, so it does have a considerable smudge drag to it. And I'll tell you that the pencil, it's really worn down. Has a fairly, I guess, soft core. I mean, it's a number 2 HB, but it's a low HB, kind of going towards a B, because look at that smudge. And even though it's a little gritty, the graphite core, a little gritty, a little scratchy, it still wears down fairly fast. Well, okay. So, bought a pack of pencils for less than 50 cents. The pencils will write. They can write fairly decently. The core is not silky, is not smooth. The instrument is not easy to sharpen, but it will sharpen. I particularly would recommend an electric sharpener or a hand-turned burr style sharpener. But the instrument, for what it can do for the price, it is effective. And it does make a nice, very strong, dark line on the page, and is a fairly comfortable pencil. I will tell you that the corners, by the way, I noticed after writing for a while, I could really feel the corners more so. So it is a stronger hex rather than a semi-hex, but you know, it's not an uncomfortable pencil to hold. But you might notice the corners more so, say, than on a Ticonderoga or you know, a semi-hex or something like that, an Oriole. But anyways, you know, for what it is, it's okay. I'm not going to go out and buy a ton of these, but if you knew kids that needed pencils to write with, or you needed pencils that you weren't worrying about whether or not they would disappear, this might be an option for you. So thank you for spending some time with me, and yeah, I think I give the pencil a strong C+. And appreciate you sharing your comments, and I'll look forward to seeing you again here on Always Analog.